Now to tonight's Northwest Grown, and I'm taking you to Portland's first indigenous restaurant and the only indigenous restaurant within 180 miles. I first told you about Javelina last year when it was still a pop-up. Now I'm happy to share the owners followed their dreams to open a restaurant that's home to Javelina, plus a new concept called Inisha.
I can't believe it happened so fast and that it's actually here.
It's here, near Northeast Killingsworth and 30th, where the owners of Javelina are living their dream of having a brick-and-mortar restaurant.
I'm really proud of the work that we've done.
While working toward making this a reality, Chef Alexa Numkina Anderson and her husband, Nick Numkina Anderson, did pop-ups throughout Portland, creating a following with their Native American cuisine. Here, that continues with counter service and a fast casual lunch style. A chance to introduce people to indigenous dishes like fry bread, or for fellow Native Americans, a place to have comfort meals.
A lot of people have really liked the elk. Some people say, like, I haven't had elk since I was a kid.
There's also a new concept here, Inisha, a fine dining experience in the form of a tasting menu that explores the Hopi and Yakima tribal cuisines.
Inisha means my daughter in Yakima.
A meaningful name because the couple's daughter is a driving force for them.
So that's my huge motivation right there, and why we put in all of the work that we do. I want to make sure that she has access to first foods as she grows up and that it's more of a normal thing.
That's why first foods are prioritized at Inisha.
There's manumin, which is the wild rice, huckleberries, salmon, certain types of potatoes, different types of greens like nettles. I make this rabbit and green chili stew that people are just devouring.
From the flavors to the setting and through storytelling, diners can connect to each meal in a more meaningful way. And Alexa is already getting feedback that people can really taste her passion and hear her voice in her food.
A lot of people keep making me cry. They're very kind and they're very supportive. And it's just really nice to see that the food like hits that emotional chord and, you know, takes people back to their childhood. That's really what I'm going for.
All right, so now there are a lot of fans, right? Well, get this. They just announced this week that they're actually going to be in that space I showed you on Killingsworth until Saturday the 29th, then moving to a bigger space in the Cully neighborhood near Northeast 42nd and Wygant, next door to the Native American Youth and Family Center or NAYA's Economic Development Office. So, little note here, Javelina is going to reopen in April, you guys, and then Inisha, so that's the fine dining tasting menu. They'll do a relaunch for that coming up in May. Basically making big moves.
The food looked fantastic.
Yeah.
It really just looked great.